Hey guys, Pejman Gadimi here, back, founder of exoticcarhacks.com, where I teach you how to drive exotic cars for free. Heading down to McLaren Palm Beach in my brand new NSX. We're actually going to be talking about the McLaren 720S today, not because I want to pretend to buy one, but because I actually spec'd one online and was about to place my order when I realized I spec'd out about $150,000 in just carbon options. And I was like, wait, am I making a mistake? And so one of the things I wanted to do was get a feel for the car, experience it, interact with it, and make sure it was the right car for me, as well as if it was actually worth getting all of these options. And so my friend at McLaren Palm Beach invited me over today to take a look at the car and really get a feel on if the 720S is going to be worth the 420 grand sticker. Now, we're all super excited for the car. I hope you guys are excited to see it. Get in it, experience it as much as I am. So, you know, stay tuned because we're going to be doing this today. And I'm really, really excited about it. Fading away. Serious right here, the new McLaren 720S at McLaren Palm Beach here, just getting a good feel for this car. Absolutely incredible, just a beautiful car all around. Look at the carbon fiber, the 3D headlights, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at this, very 570-ish, just gorgeous though. And you can see the forged carbon, look at that. Just amazing. Look at the forged carbon. And it follows all the way through. And these doors are to die for. Alright guys, here we are. Does this have soft closed doors now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's got soft closed doors.
Same as the 570, right?
Mm-hmm. And as you see, the dash comes up and raises up.
Right, I love that. That was one of the, I think, the coolest things when they were originally doing the demo, right? Like,
right. And then you can put in the race mode.
And then it goes away and it just gives you
the tachometer, speedometer, and which gear selection you're in. Still have the 7-speed seamless shift, dual clutch transmission. There again, the 4-liter V8 twin turbo with the 710 horsepower. Got a nice backup camera.
It's very spacious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the 650S was terrible, then the 570 was way better, and now this is like even way better than the 570.
A lot more leg room, shoulder room, head room. Very comfortable.
The doors come standard with the glass on top?
Glazed is an option. You can have just a solid.
You can have either like the suede or you can have the...
And or carbon fiber.
Oh, okay, so you can have the carbon roof still to a degree, because you're... And I love the exposed carbon here. You can really see it, and even in the inside the car, you see the chassis.
Right, that's an option as well.
Oh, it is? Okay, so really similar to the like 570 in terms of the option type packages, you know, exterior, interior.
Right. So right now, I've got in sport mode for both the handling and the performance. They have 3 different modes: your comfort, track. Excuse me, comfort, sport, and track.
Planted though. Like it's planted. Like just, I mean, you don't feel any type of vibration in it. Just like solid.
Yeah, that's part all to do with the carbon fiber chassis.
I don't think there's been a more exciting car in so many years now. I mean, this is as iconic as like the Aventador and the Murcielago were from Lamborghini. This is amazing.
Switch here. 570.
Well, I had the manual, you know, because I had the buckets.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then in between that switch, if you it moves it up and down.
Oh, I see. Okay, and the back.
And then the back, your lumbar.
It's really, really interesting how comfortable the 570 was. Originally, when I got it, I was like, "Oh, these buckets are gonna kill my back." But like 2 hours later, it's perfect. So I assume like every one of these cars, they really pay attention to how to do that. What options are in this car for, you know, people that are watching this? Tell us a little bit about like what has been spec'd here versus what is standard. You said these were optional, like the glass roof.
Yep, the glazed on the upper roof. Performance package, which gives you the Alcantara and the leather with the.
That's automatic with the performance package.
Correct.
And then is this carbon standard, or it's part of a performance one pack or anything like that?
Right, they have different interior carbon. Like I said, the tub being carbon fiber, your steering wheel. You can even get the bezels around the vent as an option in carbon fiber.
But I think it looks great like this. It kind of like blends and it's not too much. It's not like crazy. And are any of this available in carbon or just these? Because on the 570 you had these speakers that were like.
Yeah, not on this one.
Is this like a better sound system, or is there a higher end?
You can get an upgraded sound system.
The same as the 570? Was it the Boker? Like
correct.
Okay, it's the same one. Okay, interesting. Okay, and then the modes same. You have your active performance, your comfort.
Right. Larger buttons, all with aluminum, more significant buttons than the previous.
And I like the engine start, very, very clean, very awesome. Okay, so comfort. Where's the sport mode? What am I listening? Because I don't want to go to track
sport mode.
Oh, sport. We're on it. Okay, so if you go, okay, I see. So we're in sport mode. Okay.
Then you can do the manual mode or full
like if you want to actually, and I assume they're still on that same pillar, which is like amazing. Okay, cool. All right, that's cool. And then to make that come down, you just go to track mode and it does that. Oh, this one right here. Okay, so you can still do it even if you're not in track mode, but I assume it does it automatically.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. I'll just put it back because I actually enjoy looking at it. It's such a pretty dash. It's like beautiful. Interesting. Okay. Very, very nice. I mean, it looks really gorgeous, like inside out. Just the design is really iconic, I think, more than anything else. Are the brakes mechanical or electronic? Because I know in my NSX I have the electronic brakes, which, you know, there's no real mechanical connection. It's all like when you press it, the ECU tells the brakes how much pressure you're putting on. Is that how this car works, or is it still? Oh, it's the same thing.
So we'll go up to 7 and then turn to 95.
When you originally took me on a drive on a 570, I remember I was like, you know, I liked the car, but it wasn't like that impressive originally. And then the more time I spent with it, the more I was like, oh my god, this is a normal car. It's like amazing. So is there a, like, do you feel that in general McLaren is that way? Like people have to spend time with it, or do you think that this car is different? It's just that because right now I'm feeling amazing versus the 570 was like I had to drive it 4 or 5 times to really get that. And with the NSX, same thing. I had to drive it like really a month for me to be like, okay, I love this car. I understand why I love it.
So everyone that has driven the 570s, the 650s, and the few that have had the opportunity to drive this one.
It's right here, right?
Nope. Every time they get in for the first time, they're blown away as far as the comfort level, how smooth the car can be, and the performance. It surprises everyone every time.
So it really, like, I guess resonates with people like right off the front. What is to do that? I assume the proximity, like the car behind us is probably close. I really like the dash layout. I think it's really pretty. Can you adjust what goes here?
Correct.
Is it?
So you can.
Oh, you can. Okay, so that's similar to 570. It's just all digital, more exposed and available. And then when it goes down, it just limits it to only the tachometer and some speed, and of course the gear you're in.
And shows you the speed limit on the roads that you're on.
Which it does that through the GPS. Really, really pretty. But at 330 grand, that's like, it's a really good value. At 450, it's like, it's a whole market, you know, different market. But at time I saw it in a commercial, I was like, this is $1 million car for, you know, like peanuts compared to what you can buy out there. Because, I mean, even if you're buying a 458 Special, you're paying like 400 grand for something that looks like shit. If you ask me, it's outdated, it's completely behind. The Huracan Performante might be fast, but then again, it's still a very Huracan looking car with just some extra carbon on it and a wing. I mean, and I think most people that buy these cars don't just buy performance, because then you can buy much cheaper performance if that's what you're looking for. But I think you're buying everything, like from design to status to everything that goes with it. And I don't think that overall value can be beat at all.
Change the navigation screen as well. It's all touch.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is so much better than the older one. I wasn't a fan at all of the, even the 570S one. I was like, hey, it's okay. You know, like it was very complicated and it just didn't actually, it didn't look big enough. It was very tiny and oscar. And this one seems very engaging in terms of colors and how it actually functions. Did McLaren like, or is McLaren ever planning to do anything with just allowing others to do service? That was one of the biggest questions people like had asked on my YouTube. Were like, well, since McLaren service is expensive, like if you go to a dealership, will McLaren ever release the tool to independent dealers? Do you know if they have any plans?
I don't believe they would.
So you think they want to keep it all like, you have to get your services done at the dealership?
Yeah, it's got, as far as warranty, it's got to be done by a certified mechanic.
What are these holes right here? What do they do? Are they
Additional warning lights.
Okay, so if
like
something comes up,
your
it would
brake
come up
light
there.
is in one of those.
So it's like if you ever check engine light, it appears somewhere like that. Okay. And it has a lift, I assume, like just
Right
like
now it's
that.
lift, correct.
When I spec'd mine, I was doing the, I guess, the carbon exterior. Have you seen that on a car?
Yes.
Does it look striking?
Looks very good.
Okay, so because the 570, I thought looked terrible without it. Like, so that's when the options keep going up. It's like 20K packages. When you sent me that thing, it was like 8 grand for like one thing. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, a lot of people have done most of the carbon, and there's still prices hovering around $350. whites. There's like 5 whites to choose from, a few different oranges.
I saw a white that had the blue tints. Is that an MSO color or is that a base
That's
color?
one of their standard colors.
Standard colors. Okay. Between that and that, which one do you feel has the most presence? I think the orange is the win.
The orange is, yeah, I think the orange is going to be the most popular.
And I know they did a purple too, like a bonnet something.
We've got one of those coming in as well.
I thought that was another like crazy, you know, like you got to go out there and do something crazy. Like
and with the interior to match.
Yeah. Right, yeah, that's especially if you do like yellow calipers or something to really make the car pop. It's an unexpectedly good looking car, like.
Yeah, I think that'd be the hardest thing for me is deciding which color.
Yeah, that was I was struggling with that too. I think options too, because I was going through the spec thing again after we talked, but I was like, what can I remove? And that's why I wanted to get a visual feel. I was like, it's impossible to do it on the computer because this way.
Yep.
Yeah. Because when you look at it, you want to do everything. You know,
Right.
You're looking at it, you're like, oh, I need carbon up front. I need this. I need this. I need that. But in the when you actually see it, you're like, well, maybe I don't need it. You know, it doesn't look that bad without it. Right here.
You can just leave it in the middle here again.
And then you go to, obviously, you have your same manual, and then you just turn off lift to park the same as.
Goes into neutral, brake applies for you.
Same. Okay, so similar to the others. Well, didn't the 570S have a park mode, right?
Nope.
No, it just automatically went to the same thing. And your cup holders here, and another one here, like the second one. Some storage here, or very tiny. And then, does that hatch open?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. So you can just toss it like back here if you want to hold
It's
something.
got the strap downs.
Very, very nice. No, incredible. I think incredible car, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you still have, you have the email I sent you with the spec sheet? Can we look at what I had spec and what changes, like so I understand like what cost what?
Fading away.
So this is a lot better because it's got the, this is actually a white with a grayish, like almost like the Suzuka gray for like Audi and...
Yeah, it's got a lot of silver metallic in it. I've seen a few in that.
You've seen this
color.
in person? Looks good?
Very good.
Looks, okay. So how much is this paint compared to, because this one was 4,000 for the...
So the elite paint, special paint is $22.10. If you go with an elite paint, it's $49.60.
Okay, so same as the orange one.
Right.
Because the other one was like $10,000.
Right.
Apparently the blue one. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then wheels and brakes. The one here had the lightweight,
10
right?
spoke,
That's
correct,
the same one. So that's a must. Satin diamond cut, same one as the ones outside,
Correct.
right? Okay, so that's a must. Okay, so that's where I guess it gets really expensive.
Right, the
Maybe
one
that's-
outside doesn't have the carbon pack 2 or 3.
Okay.
It does have the visible carbon fiber monocage.
Monocage, which that's like all the inside the forged carbon stuff, which is a
Correct.
must. Yeah. Okay, so the one outside doesn't have this thing or this thing, the 2 or 3. But we can go out and you can show me after like what that includes, so I can understand. Then the exhaust type, was that stainless steel or was that the
I'll tell you here in
factory?
a second. Has the sport exhaust on the one outside,
It does have this sport. Okay, so it has that. Okay.
and the Gorilla Glass in the upper doors.
Did I have that? I have exterior door upper black on mine. So that's different. So this one has the glass because it's
Correct.
okay. So that's how much is that option?
The Gorilla Glass.
Because the glass being just that top part being visible,
Correct.
right? And if it's black, it doesn't mean it's carbon fiber. Or does that
No,
automatically make it carbon
Just
with
black or carbon
or
fiber.
carbon? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move on. Does this have the diffuser in the back or no? This 7200.
No,
okay,
it does
so
not have the
it's
rear
not-
diffuser.
okay.
The carbon fiber, correct?
Yeah.
No, it does
okay.
not.
And the doors, the door mirror arms in carbon?
No.
No. Okay. The rear aero bridge in carbon?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, I went to bananas then I'm like, because I was like carbon.
Fading away.
That's what a lot of people wonder. That's what I kind of do with you know what I do with cars. Like driving them and eventually trying to lose as least amount of cost, as
Right.
money as possible, right? So what happens with all of these values with all these cars? Because I mean, we're seeing McLaren drop the MP4, the 650S, then 650S Spider, 570, 570S Spider, GT, you know, all of these variations, even in 540C in Canada. So like, what is the point? Like, what are they trying to do? Because the 570 was by far one of the best sports cars I've ever owned.
Right,
I drove.
for its price range.
But even, yeah, especially like under 200 grand. I mean, previously you had to look at an Aventador to get doors go up and get that flash and get the design, and you couldn't even drive it because it drove like that. And now you can buy a 570S for 200 grand.
Right.
And it's like a better car than an Aventador in every way. Fine, it's not as big, you know, but doors go up, it looks prettier, you can actually drive it, and it actually drives like a rock star. So what are they trying to do? Like, meaning like, what's the point of releasing so many different subunits and units? Why not just, like, what is their plan? Because the biggest argument people are gonna give me is like, why would you buy a 720S when you just know that what happened to 650S and what happened to 570? I got killed. I got like 40 grand loss in half a year just based on maintenance, like just maintenance items like brake pads and stuff like that, and the fact that some depreciation, you know, occurs because it's your car. So like, what should people know about the 720S? Is it going to be the same thing, or is it?
No, I think we're definitely going to see a game changer as far as supply and demand already. Everyone's allocations are pre-sold for the whole year. So, and then we're going to see the second phase of next year's allocation. Those are going to be pre-sold. So you're not going to have dealer stock in these cars. So,
which is what drove some of the 570 pricing down.
Right. So it's going to be more limited production than the 570 and the 650. So as long as that demand is there, I don't think you're going to see what we saw with the 650.
So hopefully we'll have less cars on the market at all times.
Right.
Meaning just sitting there that are not allocated or prepaid.
Exactly. So.